Hey guys, and Jim here. Very quickly before the video begins, I have a couple announcements. First of all, don't mind this or this. I just got home from work and this is what I look like after work. Deal with it! And continuing on, we are very quickly reaching on 200 subscribers. I know last time when I hit 100 subscribers, I did a special where I went on a Minecraft server, or in this case it was MC Magic server, and I just hung around, just went around, rode some rides, recorded it all, and some of you guys that were subscribed to me at the time came on and joined me, and we had a lot of fun. But now that I have basically 100 more subscribed to me, and I have new followers and all that, I'm going to take this, do it again. Let's do it again. It's time, let's do it again. So I have a server picked out. It is going to be Disneyland Paris, Hyperion Parks server. So that'll be very fun. I love that server. It's one of my very favorites. One of the top 3. The date and time have yet to be specified because we haven't technically reached 200 subscribers. I can't really put a date on yet because, you know, this is celebrating 200, and how can I celebrate if I don't have it yet? And going on with that note, I have another thing I want to tell you guys very quickly. Since I do have 200 subscribers, I would like to do a Q&A. I've seen a lot of my favorite YouTubers do them, and I really wanted to do one, and I feel like that because of all my Disneyland maps, and now with my new Axis and Allies series coming with a new audience, basically, I feel like a lot of you guys who watch my videos regularly would kind of have questions that you might want asked. I don't know, it's just something I want to do. Well, anyway guys, without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Hello everyone, and Jim here, and today we are going to be continuing our Axis and Allies 1914 Let's Play on a 1940 2nd edition map. Now, last round was very interesting. We have lines moving back and forth. We have France moving into Germany. We have Austria-Hungary and Germany moving into Russia. We have the liberation of Africa, and the Japanese are just now starting to push south towards the German-occupied islands. And the Ottoman Empire has put up a huge line, not to mention the Italians' navy right here, taking out all of Austria-Hungary's navy, and Britain defeating the Germans' navy power and beginning to rebuild their own. A lot of things are happening within these 2 rounds, and only one knows who's going to happen and what's going to happen in this round. So, without further ado, let us commence Austria-Hungary's turn. Alright, Austria-Hungary has just finished their turn, and Austria is on the offensive on all fronts. So let's start right up here in the southern Russian front. You can see we have moved our infantry from Bessarabia. Yeah, I finally pronounced it right. Bessarabia? Never mind. Into Ukraine. So now they can no longer use their navy, which at this point is pretty obsolete, because Turkey only has 1 cruiser and the Allies pretty much own the rest of the Mediterranean. So nothing big deal with that. So this was an easy take, so the Russians really need to get down there and hold these 2 right here. And they also moved in here to western Ukraine, where the Russians are managing to hold off, but they are really low on infantry and supplies. I'm going to reinforce those. Now over here is the big blow one of the big blows for Austria. Here in Belarus, the Austrians kind of felt a little cocky with all the victories in the south, so they decided to take out Russia's big force up here in the north. However, as you can see, the Russians completely annihilated the majority of the Austrians' forces, and are most likely going to ask help from Germany to try and reinforce some of these. However, I'm pretty sure Germany's going to try to take these up here before going into there. And as for in the Empire, we have reinforced Yugoslavia, because now that we no longer have a navy up here to support our naval area, we are very easy targets for an amphibious assault, so we want to avoid that at all costs. Keep the front over here, which we have decided to kind of foolishly try to re-attack the North Italy territory, which is falling into a complete disaster. So Austria-Hungary is starting to look pretty spread thin when it comes to troops, and I'm not surprised if they are going to be ending up being pushed back in the near future. To be honest, yeah, these guys are spread out pretty thin. So enough of that, let's go on to Russia. How is Russia going to respond to this southern flanking? Alright, Russia's situation here is a little teeter-tottery. Not placed the new units yet, but I did purchase 4 infantry and 3 artillery. So just put those there later. So anyway, what's going on here in the north, we have pushed the Austrians out of Belarus without taking any casualties, which was amazing. And we reinforced Leningrad / Novograd with a fighter, so we now have air supremacy on both of these. So that German fighter is going to have to fight to get the supremacy that they need. Over here in the southern area, we have reinforced this territory right here, which is just adjacent to Moscow, which is also adjacent to the 2 territories that the Austrians just conquered, which is Ukraine and Western Ukraine. So they're most likely going to move up this way, taking out our forces before going, or because I don't think they'll try to go around. That'll take too much time, and it'll spread these guys thin because they need as much infantry and artillery as possible to take out the Russian forces. And yeah. Oh yeah, these guys are still contested. I'm really surprised about that. These guys are not dead yet. And as for the Mediterranean, we took the cruiser, battled the Turkish cruiser. They both died. So the threat in the Mediterranean is pretty much extinguished. And yeah, that's all Russia has to do for this one. Let's see what Germany has to do with this northern flank. Trying to endure the German forces on both fronts. Over here on the Western Germany front, we have reinforced the line, sending in both the fighter planes, gaining air supremacy, taking out the French fighter. And we were also able to hold off the French for now. We have more infantry on the way to push them back out of Germany. However, with this front being one of the main concentrations for the Germans, this leaves this side kind of low on infantry. And especially these 2 territories right here, this is where the tension is really is. I was debating on whether to even pull my forces into Belarus, but in order to hold the line, because right now the Russian front right now is just to hold the line while we deal with the French over there. So I reinforced Western Poland to Eastern Poland to help defend the Austrians' territory, so that the Russians just don't go right in there and take it. So right now over here on the Russian front is just hold and wait, and so this is where the majority of the fighting is going to take place. As for the sea zones, we took both the cruisers from 113 and 112 along with the submarine, went in and we took out the French battleship along with the Britain's 2 transports. So the Germans are still able to be a thorn in the Britain side, and as long as this navy stays here, they're just gonna keep Britain out of Europe, which will eventually hurt the French. So we need to clear that area ASAP. So that's the Germans' turn for this round, and now let's see what the French have to say with this German reinforcements over here. Alright, so France has answered back to the German reinforcements, and unfortunately our 2 fighters were not able to take out both of theirs. Theirs instead took out both of ours, and we only took out one of theirs. So they still have air supremacy. However, they are back down to 1 artillery. and we still have our numbers, and yet we still have reinforcements that we can send up on our way. However, our numbers compared to what's coming with the Germans are low, or are becoming low, just simply because income. But then we also moved our battleship over here. We did not want to engage any submarine, because for one, we can't really fight against it, and we would probably lose anyway. And over here in Africa, we are starting to push our troops into Cairo to help reinforce the British in the Ottoman Empire theater of war. And that is really it for the French's turn. So let's see how Britain deals with the Ottomans over here. Okay, so the British tried everything they could this turn. We are still moving up our units up to Cairo. However, we did start reinforcing Cairo itself, because on the 1914 game board there are these major cities here. Those represent capitals on that game. So just to make it simpler and more fair for this side of theater, with Ottoman Empire being able to build stuff, I just seemed fair that all the major cities here you can build stuff in. So with that out of the way, we now have a more evenly matched. However, we still need to deal with that. We went back into Iraq. However, it was a win-loss situation. We kind of killed all of them, but they killed all of us too. So now that's just open, and they're most likely going to take it back. So that was overall a loss. Over here in the Atlantic side, we tried to use the battleship to take out to open up this canal right here. However, it kind of failed. Our submarine had been destroyed, as well as our battleship has been damaged, but we did take out their cruiser. However, we have 2 submarines now out there to match their 2. But how long is that going to last? I have no idea. Oh yeah, and we also moved in our artillery over there to reinforce the French. So Britain over here in Europe is kind of in a standstill sea war with Germany, because we need to control the sea before we can go into Europe and help the French. So the sea war is being won by Germany at this present time, but only the future knows what the outcome will be. Alright, let's see how the Ottomans deal with this pile stack here. The Ottoman Empire had a very successful turn this round. Not only did we take back Transjordan with a very swift victory, but we also finally defeated the infantry in the Caucasus. God, how many rounds has that taken to have some result there? So yeah, we can't really build a navy right now because ours is being contested by that British cruiser. But now we have full access to Cairo or Egypt. So that is our next objective, and hopefully we can take it for the Central Powers. So if we take Cairo, that's a huge victory. And that's all the Ottomans can do. Let's see what Italy does with the Austrians. Alright, Italy's turn has been short, sweet, and simple this round. First off, in northern Italy, we completely annihilated the remaining AustriaHungary without taking any casualties. We have repaired our battleship, and we have troops in the southern Italy territory adjacent to the transport. I plan to go over here into the Baltic states. Where, I don't know. Will I go into Albania, or will I invade one of the territories? Who knows? And we have reinforced Cairo over here on the oncoming Ottoman Empire attack. So that's been Italy's turn. And now we come over here to America. This is now one more round. America's in. Alright, Japan, what do you got in store for the Pacific Theater? Alright, so Japan has begun moving southward into the German-occupied islands. As you can see over here in the Marianas, we have taken it and are now pushing more towards Marshall Islands, then the Courland, then Peleliu, New Britain, New Guinea. New Guinea is our main target because it has a German troop. But however, Japan's purpose in the war has pretty much been fulfilled. I mean, there's only 2 German infantry here, and the majority of the German infantry are over there in Europe. So Japan has it easy now, for right now. Not really much opposition. So this will end round 3 of Axis and Allies. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the